a few songs. Please join us on the BIBLE. The BIBLE. Yes, that's the book for me. I stand alone on the Word of God. The BIBLE. A little faster. The BIBLE. Yes, that's the book for me. I stand alone on the Word of God. The BIBLE. Let's sing. Let us come together. Let us come together, praise the name of Jesus. All you people of the earth, come and sing. Let us come together, praise the name of Jesus. All you people of the earth, come and hear. The joy is like the sunshine when it's raining down upon us. The joy is like a golden crown. Let us come together, praise the name of Jesus. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Join us in our next song. I am a sea. I am a sea. I am a CH. I am a CHRISTIAN. Amen. And I have CHRIST in my HEART and I LIBETTERLMNOY. I am a sea. I am a sea. I am a CHRISTIAN. Amen. And I have CHRIST in my HEART and LIBETTERLMNOY. And everything that is happening right now with people dying and getting sick, we can remember that we can seek the Lord and follow His rules. And now we're gonna sing "Seek Ye First." Seek ye first the kingdom of God and His righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. Alleluia, alleluia. Seek first the kingdom of God and His righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. Hallelujah, hallelujah. And that's it of the song service. Bye. May you please bow your heads for prayer. Dear Jesus, thank you for this day. Thank that we go back to school and that we can go back to Sabbath, and bless that everybody has a good Sabbath. In Jesus' name, amen, amen.
Hi friends, my name is Vicki and this is my daughter.
Ariana.
And along with our family, we worked on a little skit that we wanted to share with all of you. The title of the skit is Jesus the Servant, and the message is,
We show God's love by serving others.
we hope that you enjoy it.
Bye.
Welcome to
Craft Corner.
Today we're going to be working on a little project that's pretty cool, and you'll need to gather these things for our upcoming craft projects. What do we need, Micah?
We need paper.
What do we need, Eli?
Scissors, pencils,
And
glue,
and
crayons.
make sure you gather these things so you'll be ready to do our project. The craft looks like this. Final project. Cool.
Are you tired of chasing pretty rainbows?
Pretty rainbow,
Are you tired of spinning round and round?
it's spinning round and round.
Wrap up all the shattered dreams of your
It's all your
life,
life.
and at the feet of Jesus lay them down. Give them all, give them all, give them all to Jesus. Shattered dream, wounded hearts, broken toys. Give them all, give them all, give them all to Jesus, and He will turn your sorrows into joy. He never said you'd only see sunshine. He never said there'd be no rain.
He never said there's no rain.
He only promised a heart full of singing,
Full of singing.
about the very things that once brought pain. Give them all,
Give them all,
give them all,
give them all.
give them all to Jesus. Shattered dreams, wounded hearts, and broken toys. Give them all,
Give them all,
give them all,
give them all.
give them all to Jesus, and He will turn your sorrows into joy. And He will turn your sorrows into joy. And He will turn your sorrows into joy.
Give them all.
Welcome back to Craft Corner.
Craft Corner.
All right. So, you're going to take, what we're going to do first is grab a piece of paper. And what you want to do is fold it in half lengthwise. All right? So you fold it. And the reason we're doing this is to cut out a heart to go in the middle. Okay? So you'll take your pencil now, once you got it folded in half, and draw a half of a heart, just about this size here. Okay, it's going to look like that once you cut it out. There's going to be the empty part there. But you're going to do it like this in the middle of your paper. Okay?
This one.
Then what you can do, which is fine either way, is to open it back up and send to color. So you have an idea what size it's going to be. What color do you want, Eli?
I want
Hurry, make a choice.
I want.
Do you want your gold?
I want dark blue.
Okay.
Dark.
So color the paper all the way across. Hurry and color it all on. Like this, right here. And all the way across the other side too. So it's going to be, when you cut it out, it's going to be a fully colored heart. Now, if you have construction paper with your color that you like, it might be easier to just cut it out the same way. Just fold your paper in half the same way. Okay, good job, Eli. So now we got that part colored. So now we can fold it back in half again. And that half of that heart that you drew there, now you can cut that out. Your right hand there, that's right. Good. Got it, Micah? Good. So, oh, I don't have my scissors. That's all right. You're going to see this one's halfway cut out. This one's already cut out. Thank you, Micah. Oh, man, you guys are doing good.
Butterfly! Butterfly!
Sure. All right. So, now take another blank piece of paper once you've opened up your heart.
Those are small.
It's like, what are we getting at here? You know, our Sabbath school lesson was about how Jesus was a servant to others. And when he rose, he was asked us to be a servant to man too. So we can use our hands and feet and our heart to help spread the news. So, put it in the center now with your glue. Big heart. Good job. Now, let's get this one to Eli. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Across the top. Make sure you don't put too much, but put enough. Okay, put it in the center now, Eli. Turn it over. There we go. Like that. That's pretty good. Now, this is the tricky part. We've got to trace that foot. Now, we don't usually put our foot on the table, so we're going to put our foot on the floor over here. So this is going to, we'll come over here, Eli and Micah.
Hand.
Well, we can do the hand back up on the table.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so here's Eli's. I'm going to put it kind of with the arch of your foot on the one side of the heart like this.
Okay.
We can go back just a little bit. Lift your foot up. There you go. Now, with a pencil, and just get an outline. We can fix it up a little bit later. Make the toes all the way around like that. That's pretty good. Now, go ahead and get your foot off of there. And we put it back up on the table. How you doing, Micah?
Good. Almost
Good. Okay. And then put this back up here. And then you have to turn the paper around, upside down to you, and use your right hand again. Now, what's neat is you're going to put your thumb right there and see how it makes that little angle just like the heart? We can go ahead and trace your hand. Make sure you get some help from Mommy or Daddy on this, because it is hard to trace your own hand.
Not for me.
Micah's doing pretty good.
Although my straight lines are not that good.
Well, we can fix that up real easy. Now make sure you put your name on this, and you can even have everybody in the house sign it. It's kind of neat. It's your final craft, the way it would look, kind of with even some neat things. Show yours, Eli. All right. So see how the foot and the hand kind of frames the heart? Because we are his hands and feet, right? So think of a Bible verse. We chose to put on here, we chose Micah 6:8, right? And it says, He has shown thee, O man, what is good and what the Lord requires of thee to do, to love. So do justly, to love mercy, and to walk humbly with thy God. Okay, so you can think of a verse that would work too, maybe. And so it's kind of neat how this one is kind of like inspiration. It says, we are his hands. Basically, it was what, and feet, because it says, we are his, right? So it's kind of like a play on words. You get both of them in there. All right, I hope you guys had fun doing this little project.
Yeah.
And we'll see you again next time for Sabbath School. Bye.
Hello, kids. We are here to tell you guys a story about Mark 11. Found in Mark chapter 11. And it is an exciting story about when Jesus, when he got to Jerusalem, and he had a crowd of people all around him, and he was coming to the edge on Mount Olive. He was about to tell them, oh wait, so he got there and he said to two of his disciples, go down to the city and find me a donkey, a colt, so that I can ride him in. So they found a colt that was tied by a house. And when the disciples were untying him, the people in the house came, hey, what are you doing? And so the disciples told him, hey, our master just needs to borrow him and he will return him in a little bit. So they took the colt to Jesus. And when they got to Jesus, they put a cloak on him and let Jesus ride the colt. And as they were riding into Jerusalem, the crowd was all around Jesus. And the colt was riding. People started throwing their cloaks down and putting palms all on the street. And they were saying, what were they saying, Sophia?
All hail the King of the universe.
All hail, King of Israel. They were saying, the King of our ancestors. Hail, King of Jerusalem. And as the colt was coming into Jerusalem, Jesus was on top of the colt and they were throwing their palms down. And guess what happened the next day, Sophia? Okay, so the next day, the colt comes running home and he comes to his mama. What does he say?
Mama, you won't believe what happened.
What happened, son?
So
You're so happy.
So I went into Jerusalem yesterday, and everybody was throwing their cloaks down and putting palms down for me to walk on, calling me the King of the universe. All hail the King of the universe.
Jerusalem? What were you doing in Jerusalem?
Some man came and rode on my back,
A
and
man?
yeah,
What man?
I don't know.
What was his name?
I don't know.
Huh. That's weird. They were calling you king?
Yeah.
That's strange. That never happens before.
I know. It
They
was
don't
so
even
weird.
know you.
I was just walking in, and they were like praising me.
I'll tell you what, son. Why don't you go back tomorrow and then you find out if that's what they meant. Go back and tell me what happens, okay?
Okay.
All right.
So the next day, the colt goes back to Jerusalem. But guess what happened? What was happening, Sophia, as he walked into the city?
Everybody was pushing him down and saying, "Get out of here, burro. You don't belong here. Get out."
Get out of here, you stink,
Stink.
you're in the way. They were pushing at him and he was like surprised. He's like, what's going on? Yesterday everybody was calling me the king. So what's going on? They were pushing him out of the way. So what did he do after that? He got really sad and he went where?
He went crying.
Back to his mama. What did he say?
Hi, son. Oh, you look so sad. What's happening?
They were pushing me down and telling me that I stunk, and they were just like being so
What?
mean to me.
Oh, come here. I'm so sorry. What happened? They were calling you ugly names?
Yeah.
You know what? I think this is what happened. I think people were cheering and calling on Jesus. The man who was riding you, that's what happens. they were calling him king, you were carrying the king. That's why people were so happy. So this is what you need to learn, son. Okay? Come here. With Jesus, we are so important. And people can notice us if we have Jesus with us. So we need to not be proud, and we need to be humble and always call on Jesus so we can make a difference. All right?
Okay.
Do you want us to go look for him?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Hey guys! I hope you are all safe and healthy. Happy Sabbath. I am going to play on the piano. God is so good. Bow your head for closing prayer. Dear Lord, please keep the nurses and doctors safe, and for the church family, and for our school that we get to go to school soon. I know the virus is coming, but you will keep us safe, and we believe in you. What our prayers, dear Lord, amen.